The mystery of consciousness is the most elusive question of all time. And if we are going to get anywhere close to answering this question, it's going to cost us an arm or a leg. And in this case, I'm going to need to cut off your hand. Just kidding, that's not going to be necessary. Many people would agree that they are conscious of their limbs, but what about limbs that are not there, like in the case of phantom limb? People who suffer from phantom limb experience strange sensations in limbs that they no longer have. Sometimes these sensations can be very painful, like strange contortions in limbs that do not exist, fists that are intensely clutched and will not release.
Your hand is just crunched up real tight and stuff, or balled up, and you can't move it. To unclench it, it's just, you can't. You've tried in your mind.
Fortunately enough for these poor rascals, we have a technique called mirror therapy. In mirror therapy, a mirror is placed within eyesight of the patient adjacent to the whole full limb. And this presents the illusion that this individual has their other limb intact. Now, this illusion exists within the mind. It is perceived, and as it is perceived, the internal voltage states of neurons within the brain are changed based on this perception, allowing the alleviation of pain, allowing the patient to rest a limb that does not exist. The mind is so powerful and intricate that it can actually create mental maps of limbs that don't exist at all. Here is an example of a student having his mind convinced that an inanimate object is actually an extension of himself. These are amazing examples of existence of mind. The mind is a construct made of matter that is constructed in a particular form. This substrate of matter just so happens to be neurons in the brain. These experiences reveal a mental construct that does not physically exist. In order to change that construct, the brain needed to perceive a change in its environment to change its mental model. But what exactly is it that makes up this mental model? We know the brain is a physical thing, but this construct of mind, what is it? Or what is qualia? Before we answer this, we're going to have to see an imaginary color, a color that does not exist. Please focus your eyes in the center of the black cross. You will notice that as you linger on the center of this black cross, as your eyes shift, you will see an aura begin to be produced around the colored circle. We're going to focus just a little longer, and you might have to pause the video to get the full effect, and if you need to, go ahead and do that now. But now we're going to see an orange, orangier than orange. So as your eyes adjust on this super saturated orange, this orange is as saturated as orange gets. What you will see floating above is an after image caused by the opponent process of different rods and cones responding or being exhausted, and this creates the qualia of an orange, orangier than orange should ever be. So now that we know we can experience limbs that do not exist, we can feel inanimate objects, and we can see colors that don't exist, the next question is, what is seeing that? What was experiencing that exactly? Is there a little person in our heads watching all of this? Even if what I'm saying is an illusion, there surely is someone seeing it, feeling it, experiencing it. Now, if we can't find an experiencer or a soul or a ghost in this shell, we must concede that this qualia does not exist at all. But allow me to both agree and disagree with you at the same time. Listen, we don't really know each other that well yet, so let's go ahead and sit down and watch some TV. Unfortunately, I didn't pay my cable bill, so all we got here is static. You see, my television is receptive. Currently, it is receiving several frequencies all at once, and I need to only allow a certain range of frequencies all at once in order to get a clear view. Ah, that is better. See, these frequencies are invisible, but what frequencies are we talking about exactly? We're talking about radio waves, and these frequencies are invisible, but I swear to you that they are are there. And I know you really want to see them, but I can't show you because they're invisible. I can't show you, but I promise you that they are there. But if ever I had a lesson to share with you all here at the Conscienticon, it's that you shouldn't allow babies to watch TV. You see, I watched a lot of TV, but I still can't remember what it was like to be a baby. Maybe it was like this. Maybe it was like this, then some of this. As life evolved, it used photons and energy exchange as a medium to grow and shape itself. Life broke thresholds, traveling through physical worlds of liquids and gas, and cognitive realms as well of mind and consciousness. What I am proposing is that this qualia is real and we are being tuned into conscious experience, and somehow this consciousness is useful for travel or growing into a new dimension of experience. The qualia we experience is the filtering of the infinite. Our conscious experience is a frequency that evolution has discovered. The universe uses everything as its building blocks, everything being every possible experience, every color, every scent, every sound, all pain, all pleasure, all unimaginable phenomenon, time and space, size and scale. Everything all at once is a sea of static. It's so much of everything that it becomes nothing. Just as static on a television is a sea of mixed frequency, once we change the dial, we are now tuned to that specific frequency, which is a pattern of data that can be viewed. Matter is not the base of reality. Matter ripples up from a substrate of infinite energy. The laws of physics of this plane are consequences of a sense of deeper chaos, of some sub-reality of reality. Experience is change. Everything is change. Everything is experience. And if this experience is truly shared, as I believe it is, humanity has the responsibility to do its very best to reach towards the heavens, to reach for the unimaginable, to reach for utopia, and to lower collective suffering among all sentient beings. We human beings have so much power. We can do so much with just our minds alone. We are creatures of transmutation. Everything is change. And so when we embrace that, we can embrace the change within. We can be the person that we want to be. We can experience the things that we wish to experience. And we can change the frequencies that other people around us are tuned to lift them up, to lift up their consciousness, and to help everybody live in a desired state. This is Nick Newman with the Conscienticon, and before we go, I'd like to thank the patrons for supporting the Conscienticon. I thank you all so very deeply, as always, and I'm so happy that you are here with us on this journey. Please comment, like, and subscribe.